Hey, checking in. I'm up to chapter 19. I've finished chapter 19 of Catherine Arden's The Bear and the Nightingale, a fantasy folkloric Russian story that really should be filmed by Miyazaki if he hadn't been retired. I think he would have done this. All the wood, all the sprites and the house spirits and the forest spirits and the tree spirits and all that. It feels very Miyazaki in a way, that way. It's a very long story. It's going to be split into 3 books apparently, and kind of feels it in its pacing. We're taking our time here, and it's done really well. So it's not bad that way. If I was one of these people who was really into long, elaborately told, lovingly detailed works, I would be totally into this. I am moderately into this. The main character of this, the girl who has ended up kind of ensnared in this frost demon, frost king's world, is being kind of promised to and has now become a woman, and the father and her nurse Dunya have realized that she needs to be either married off or in a nunnery before very long, or else this frost creature will be coming for her. Except they betrothed her to a complete asshole who seems like a bluff, hardy fellow, but whose horse is afraid of him, and indeed he is very much views her as a horse to be broken. And when she leaps into action and steals his horse to ride down a nephew who is on a spooked horse that is zipping towards a ditch, and she saves him, he's like, "Oh, I'm dumping you because you've humiliated me in front of everyone, and you obviously only kept on that horse out of kind of witchcraft or demon stuff. So that is fine, whatever." But the next option is her getting sent to a nunnery, and the storm, the winter comes in, and we're getting more and more stuff of one-eyed fellow with blue who is menacing them, and the house spirit is too weak now to keep him out of the house, and she's doing all she can to kind of keep him up, but everybody else is under the sway of Father Constantine, this priest who is now hearing a voice which he thinks is God, but is obviously probably the Frost King, who is toying with him, and it's like, aha, we make him. And indeed he twists the face of Christ in the church and freaks the fuck out of Vasilia's stepmother Anna, who screams and screams and screams, and is really obsessed with the priest, and it's like, clinging to him for hope. And there's sort of a semi-sexual thing to this, and so much so that he actually says, like, "You're a married woman and I'm a priest, so that ain't gonna happen." She says, no, not that, but you look at Anna, if you look at Vasily like that, you're always looking at her. And he doesn't really answer that, but indeed it is the thing of, there's a bit of this unspoken thing of, he is passionate priest, and he is definitely passionate towards her, wanting to save her soul, or wanting her. He would never actually go to that extreme of being able to admit that, but that's definitely the subtext which this operates under. So things are going from bad to worse. People, they're starving. All their house spirits and all the spirits of the forest that they would kind of pay deference to are going over to the Frost King's side, or they're dying, and they're in real trouble. It's a long-ass book. This is a fairy tale or a kind of folk tale that you think, this should be a short story in a way, but it's getting the long treatment, which I conflict over how much I'm into it. I do find my attention wavers, but it is really well done. When it clicks along, it's good. It's just, you also get points where you just kind of go, could we hurry it up? That's for about where I'm at with Catherine Arden's The Bear and the Nightingale. All right, I will leave it there. More videos later.